Hello and welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Times quick cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Friday the 4th of April 2025, and it's been set by Dangle. So this is a name that we've only seen once before. Their first puzzle was last month, and in my head I was thinking, gosh, that was a bit difficult. I remember it being a bit of a torturous one, but then I've just looked it up, and it took me 18 minutes, which isn't overly quick, but at the same time it isn't I've had two over 20 minutes this week, so but it is Friday, so I'm not convinced this is going to be super easy or anything. It definitely isn't going to be super easy, but I don't think it's necessarily going to be too hard. Anyway, enough waffling. I'm going to reset the timer and crack on. Vile celebs paid to dance. Vile celebs. So celebs paid? Feels like celebs paid. Anagram. Enduring course. Double F. British pilgrims Indian snack. British would be B. Snack, pilgrim. Can't think of the word for pilgrim at the moment. Perhaps Murdoch's nationality briefly. That surely is a hidden word. Snack. It's not a hidden word there. Rupert. Okay, Iris. Yeah, Iris Murdoch. Okay, Irish. Split up ecstasy and rum. Split up ecstasy and rum. Don't think there's an anagram there somewhere. Ecstasy might be. No, it's a 7-letter word. Principally work a long time for these. Principally. It feels like it ought to be an acronym, but there isn't. Work a long time. Honk hard in Jag. Hard in Jag. Jag's a car. Honk horn. Honk horn. Hard in Jag. Hard is H. Jag is a car. Char. Honk. So do geese. Beep. Female with golden hair in deference. Female with golden hair. Female could be an F or a W for woman or something. With golden hair. Tress in defence. Gosh. Oh, golden would be OR or Fortress. Fortress now. Reached objections in short piece. 4 and 4. I think that's just a mistake because it's a 4-letter word there. Rejected objections in short piece. I'm still looking for the hidden word, but there isn't one. Short piece. Opus. Rejected objections. Anti. Okay. Buddhist monk called pack animal. That's a llama, isn't it? I think that's a llama. Yes, sounds the same. It sounds like. Which one is it? I assume it must be double L. Italian food mixing air, oil, and a dash of vinegar. So that's ravioli, I think. So I've got 2 eyes in there. I think that's right. Removes water from her teddy as liquid. Removes water. Dehydrates. Anagram. Can I spell dehydrates? I can't. There we are. Dehydrates. Okay, it looks a bit better down the bottom. Probably over in there or whatever. Name a current hub in the Middle East. Current trade. Name Naom trade hub. Rad. Is this something to do with Iraqis or Omanis? Name a current trade hub in the Middle East. Hub of trade is an A. ME. Gosh, don't know what's going on there. Cry out to hosting. Cry out to host possessing grooming product. It's not obvious. It's not brush. Host possessing. So that suggests. Goddess lives on island. Oh gosh. Island would suggest an I. Goddess would be lives B. Isis, I think. ISIS, I think that is. Solemn month, Jan, Feb, March, April, August, I think. August, I think that is. I'm going to put that much. Reprimand of 51 getting free. 51 is LI. liberal, I suppose. Liberate? Berate, yeah, liberate, okay. Brown rat, I fancy. That looks like an anagram, but it is an outfall fish. Some kind of trout, I think that is. Brown rat, I fancy. Out. I think that's trout, isn't it? I think. Brown is tan. Rat, I fancy. There's my out. Fancy is an anagram, I think. I don't know, name so many trouts, if it is a trout. Not convinced it is, actually. Let's just take that out for now. Advanced problem enthralls Europeans. Advanced problem enthralls, so some European. Advanced up. Some problems are sums or can't remember. Gosh, upset Yorkshireman. Upset Yorkshireman resumed displaying identification online. Oh, upset Yorkshireman resumed. So that looks like displaying identification online. Cake made of batter. Go on. Waffle? What is that waffle? I think that's just a waffle, isn't it? Go on. Yeah, it's a waffle. I think it's double F. Gosh, wrong. Wrong of stars to have yen for model ultimately. Wrong. Stars. Is that an anagram? No. Astray, I think it is. I don't quite understand the passing then. Have yen for model. I think that's astray. I'm not sure. I don't really understand that. Model ultimately is an L. Stars is an anagram. I'm not sure about that really. Move on from that one. Not sure about that at all. Happiness is found in Tbilisi after odd characters expelled. So that's oh gosh, T-I odd characters. So B-I B-L. I have to close it. Bliss. I think that says. I don't quite understand how you get that one, but we'll go with that. Bliss is put in there. Okay. State Ava hesitates to dispense with borders. Ava hesitates. Don't know, but I think it's Ava is to state. I'm going to go with that. Okay, looks a bit happier now. Not much, but a bit. Vol celebs looks like it can't be an anagram because it's got an A in there. If that's August, I know celebs paid, isn't it? Which is Icable. There's an Icable there. There's an able in there anyway, I would think. To dance. Vile is despicable, isn't it? It's despicable, okay. I'll go with that. Despicable means August is probably right. That must be an ing if that's so. Enduring. Course is starting. Course. Routing. What's this? Name a current trade hub in the Middle East. I don't know what name wants me to do with D if that's despicable, which I think it is. Paid. Celebs, yeah. That I can't do. This one, cry out to possess host. Cry out to host possessing grooming product. That's just I need to put a grooming product into whatever a host is to get to a word meaning cry out, which I've got no feel for at all. Principally work a long time. Work. Principally work a long time is an age. Wages. Wages. Okay, yeah, I can see it now. Good. What's this? Upset Yorkshireman resumed displaying identification online. Username. Okay, I'm not quite sure not sure why that is yet, but I will work it out. But I'm comfortable with that as an answer. That's an ing. Shaving. Cry out. Just gonna have a look at this one. Split up ecstasy and rum. There's the beef. British Pilgrim's snack is a bargee. Onion bargee. I have no idea how you spell bargee though. If that is what I'm going for. Indian snack. I think bargee is spelled that way. I don't know, with an H and a J. No idea. This one, rejected objections, is butts, stab, short piece. Is that stab? Short piece, stab, stub. Yeah, butts, stub. So I think that probably is trout. I'm going to put trout in there. This one I still don't really understand. Wrong of stars would be an anagram of stars, would be a stray. To have yen is y. Model ultimately. But I don't understand why model ultimately will get me that. An L in there. Okay, honk horn, hard in jag. Honk. Honk is a stink, isn't it? Hard in jag. I don't know what jag is doing there really. Split up ecstasy and rum. Cry out to host. Possessing. Showing. Shouting. Owning. I was trying to put owning in there. Sounding. No. Possessing would be an. It's just. Name a current trade hub. It's not a hidden word. Name a current trade hub in the Middle East. Name a current. Current is I. Dubai. Dubai. Okay, that's yeah, of course. Enduring is. Course is. Blazing. Split up ecstasy and rum doesn't really give me anything to work with. Trout one, brown rat. So what have I got? Brown rat I fancy. Would suggest there may an A there. Rat I fancy. Brown must be a anagram. Brown rat eye. So let's look at that. If I've got brown rat eye, brown. That's a lot of letters really. Got rid of the RT. So I've got an AI to go in there. I'm a bit stumped really because I just don't know any fish. I don't know any type of trout. I just know trout is a thing really. This one, British Pilgrims. Indian snacks, can't think of. Split up ecstasy. Split up is to asunder. And rum. Strange. East Strange. East Strange, okay. So put that to August. August, okay. There's my N for. Got an N in that anagram? Yes, I've got an N in there. Does it help me? Not really. So I've got something, 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 N, something, something, something. Neon, knee. I don't even know how you'd end that one. Nairobi. I think onion bargie's got an A there and there's an I there, but that doesn't seem very likely to me. I can't think what a pilgrim is. Wab, born, barn, barn. If that was an I, advanced problem is test. Some kind of test. Problem is a test. Advanced enthralls European. Advanced is up. If that was test, what would that be? Honk, horn, in, jag. Hard in, jag. There's an H in there somewhere, which probably wouldn't go there. Can't go there if it's an anagram. Unlikely to get there, but could, which makes it that. TH. Honk, horn is to you beeple. Trump. Why'd that be trump? Hard in, jag. Can't really see that. Well, that'd be shaving razor, but that can't be grooming product. Shaming cream. Okay, what's that? Shaving cream. Having. Okay, having is possessing, isn't it? I said blazing here. Enduring is beating. Bearing. Bearing, I think that is. Okay, bearing. So down to the last 1, 2 here, 3, 4, and that one there that I can't. Wrong of stars to have yen. I think that's a stray, but I don't really understand why it's a stray. Because I don't understand what the model. Yes I do. Yes I do. Astral. So change the L for a Y. Gosh, that's a bit rubbish, I think. Yep, I can understand that one now. So that just leaves me this annoying. So my best chance is probably either to unravel this anagram, the trout I don't know, or so I can have BR, Brin. Where have we put W? W is probably the key one to get in there, really. It could be there, I suppose. In which case it's BAW, BIW, BOW, bow, bown. But then I've got IAR to put in there, bown air. Assume I've got the letters correct, which doesn't make any kind of sense. Let's just play around with the letters. I can't even bother to play around the letters, really. Just so mystified by this. Oh, rainbow trout. There we are, rainbow. Okay. I have heard of a rainbow trout. That's a toot, isn't it? Honk. If you honk the horn, tooth. Oh, okay, that kind of jag. Okay. What have we got here? Advanced problem. Enthralls European. There's my E for a European. Advanced. I think it's a bargee, but I don't know how you spell bargee. Onion bargee. And I can't think what pilgrim is otherwise. Pilgrim is a... But let's wait and see. Let's see what I've got. Advanced problem. Enthralls. So problem is... something, something. Something, something, H. Math. Math wouldn't be A-T-H, would it? Advanced problem. There's not a lot of things I'll fit in there. Oh, where am I going? Eck, maybe. None of that really fits. E-A-H, no. S-Esh could fit. C could fit. D, no. L, Eph. F, definitely, but then what am I putting in there? So there's really only C. I've already forgotten what my possibilities are. C, S. Problem. Advanced. High tech. Okay, that does look like it wants to be the bargee. I don't know how you spell bargee, so I'm going to just go with, oh, an incorrect spelling there. There. Yes, 2028. Okay, I can spell bargee. There we go, 2028. Whew, that was a bit of hard work. Right, let's go through the clues and explain what I can explain. Vile is despicable. Despicable is an anagram of celebs paid, and to dance is your anagram indicator. Something that's enduring is bearing. If you endure something, you bear it, so therefore enduring is bearing. You shoulder a load, you bear a load, you endure a load. And of course is bearing. That one's much more obvious. So we've got B for British, and then a pilgrim is a haji, which is a word I've never heard of, which made it a little bit harder to get the correct spelling of the Indian snack, which is the bargee. I had that from early on, but I just couldn't see how that I would work there. Let's go on down. We've got Iris, perhaps Murdoch. So Iris Murdoch is the other famous Murdoch. I think she was a poet or a writer. Definitely something literate, I would say. And nationality briefly, so we've got Irish without the H on it. We've got split up is strange. We've got E for ecstasy, and then rum is strange. Principally work, so W of work, and then a long time is ages, and you work for wages. If you honk, you toot, and then, honk the horn is to toot. H for hard gives you a tooth, which is a jag, which is not familiar. It's not really a familiar definition to me. Yeah, I can't think of anywhere I've ever heard of a jag being a tooth. I suppose on a cog or something, maybe. I don't know. Right, okay, we've got female is F. We've got golden is OR, O-R. That comes up a lot. Well, I haven't seen it recently, but it has come up quite a lot in crosswords. So it's either O-R or A-U. And hair is a tress, which gives you a fortress, which is a defence. Rejected objections, so we've got butts backwards. Butts are objections. Turn them backwards gives you a stub, and a short piece is a stub. Got a sound like here between the Buddhist monk is a llama and the pack animal is a llama with one L, I believe, and court is your sound like indicator. Now, fortunately, they're different size different length words, so it's obvious which one is needed. But with court in the middle, you can't actually tell just without that 5 which one's needed. Ravioli is an Italian food, which is an anagram as indicated by mixing of air, oil, and then the V from vinegar. Removes water is dehydrates, and from we've got her teddy as is an anagram of dehydrates, I think. And liquid is your anagram indicator. I'm just looking to see if it is her teddy as it is those 3. Yeah, those are the 10 letters you use. So let's look at the downs. To name is to dub. You dub something. A is in the clue, and current is I, which is scientific notation, and a trade hub in the Middle East is Dubai. What do I say here? Okay, so to cry out is to scream. To host, possessing, so having, going into there gives you shaving cream, which is a grooming product. The goddess Isis lives is equal to is. He lives at this house, he is at this house, and island is is in this case. Solemn is August, I think. August is the right way to say it, and the month is August. Reprimand, after 51. So 51 in Roman numerals is Li. Reprimand is berate, going after it, and to free, getting free is liberate. We've got the rainbow trout, which is an anagram of brown rat I. Fancy is your anagram indicator, and then stick out, which is in the clue on the end. And the rainbow trout is obviously a fish. Advanced is high tech, with that spelling that we're not sure we like. I think that's okay spelling actually. A problem is a hitch, and that's enthralling and European, which is an E for European. Fair enough. Right, then look at this one. Upset Yorkshireman resumed. Is this a hidden word? Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's username. Username goes across resumed. Yorkshireman upset is telling you, because we're on a down clue, to look upwards. Displaying is telling you it's hidden, and identification online is your username. So yeah, hidden word backwards. Wow. Okay, a cake made of batter is a waffle, and if you go on, you might be waffling, as I sometimes feel I do with these videos. So wrong. If you go wrong, you go astray. Stars. No, I've changed that. It's not. Yeah. Okay. So stars are astral. But we're replacing the L of astral, which is with a Y. So Y is the Y from yen, just a standard abbreviation, and model ultimately is the L. So change astral with an L to astray with a Y. That's what's going on there. And wrong is to go astray. Happiness is found. So happiness is bliss. We've got is. Literally is there, found in the even letters to Blisa. So the even letters, I'm struggling to read these, but second, fourth, and sixth letters are B, L, S. So the B, L, S with an IS in it. The reason we take the even letters is because we're expelling the odd characters. And to state is to aver. Hesitates to dispense. I think that's havers, Havers. Havers is to hesitates, I think, and to dispense board, so take the H and the S off that. I think that's definitely, the clue is definitely looking for you to find a word meaning hesitates. Take off the first and last letter to get to aver. I think it's havers, given that it ends in hesitates, ends in S, it probably is an S at the end. It might be waivers. Waivers might be possible. I can't remember if waivers has an I in it or not. I think waivers might be the one actually. Waivers. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, whatever that is, that's how it breaks down. So there we go. 2028. Just a bit too slow, but okay, got there in the end. So thanks for that one.